Could you travel for 3 days with just $20 in your pocket? Most people say, no way. I wanted to prove them wrong. I love adventure. But this time I wanted a real challenge. No big plans, no fancy hotels, and just a small bill in my hand. The idea started as a quiet thought. What if travel didn't need lots of money? What if I could use only $20 for 3 whole days? It sounded scary and exciting at the same time. Many people think traveling is for the rich, but I wanted to show it's for anyone brave enough to try. I packed only the basics: a small backpack, a water bottle, and my $20. No hotel bookings, no transport tickets, no guidebooks. Just me, my sense of adventure, and a lot of hope. I wanted to see how far I could go and what I could discover. This is the story of how I survived 3 days traveling with barely any money. It was tough, fun, and full of surprises. And yes, if I can do it, so can you. The first step was to set clear rules. I would not ask friends or family for help. I would not use credit cards or borrow money. My $20 had to last for everything: food, transport, and sleep. I knew I would have to be creative, smart, and a little bit brave. The morning I started, I felt a mix of excitement and fear. The city was already busy around me. I had no hotel booked. I did not know where to go first. It was just me and my small backpack. I took a deep breath and reminded myself. This was about learning and adventure. I began to walk. I watched people rushing to work. I wondered if anyone else had ever tried something like this. Every step felt like a question. What will I eat? Where will I sleep? Can I really do this? But each question also felt like a door to something new. Soon I realized that planning was my first friend. I could not spend carelessly. Every cent needed to be spent wisely. The challenge wasn't just about money, it was about choices. People often say travel costs too much. But is that really true? As I started my journey, I soon learned the real truth. It is comfort that is expensive, not travel itself. If you want a soft bed, expensive food, and taxis everywhere, yes, it costs a lot. But adventure? That's free, if you are willing to let go of some comfort. I learned to ask myself, do I really need this? Or do I just want it? A fancy coffee? Maybe not. A taxi? Maybe I can walk or ride with someone for less. The more I focused on needs instead of wants, the more money I saved. And the more fun I had. Traveling with just $20 made me see things differently. I noticed small details. I met new people. I found beauty in places I never would have looked before. I learned that true adventure starts where comfort ends. If you are willing to be flexible and open-minded, travel becomes possible for everyone. It is not about the money, it's about the mindset. Getting around was my biggest worry. With just $20, taxis and trains were too expensive. My first trick was to walk as much as possible. Walking is free, and you see more of the city this way. But sometimes I needed to go further. That's when I looked for ride shares and local buses. I joined local travel groups on social media. There, people shared tips about cheap buses, community shuttles, or rides needing extra passengers. I learned to ask for advice and to read the small signs at bus stops. Early mornings buses are often cheaper and less crowded. One day I met a group of students who were heading to the next town. They had a spare seat in their car. I offered to pay for some gas, just $1. They welcomed me and even shared stories along the way. This ride not only saved me money, but gave me new friends. Public transport and ride shares are great for budget travelers. Be friendly, be curious, and always say thank you. The road is full of helpers if you know how to look. Food was honestly my second biggest worry. Tourist areas, are just packed with expensive restaurants. But I learned pretty quickly to follow the locals. Like, where do workers eat lunch? And where do students gather for snacks? These places are always cheaper, and sometimes, honestly, much tastier. Street food basically became my best friend. I found these small food stalls selling noodles, rice, or bread for just $1 or $2. The food was fresh, hot, and absolutely full of flavor. I also started visiting local markets in the mornings. You can often find fruit, bread, or snacks for less than $1. Sometimes I'd just ask local people for their favorite cheap spots, and they were always so happy to help. They even showed me how to order like a local, which totally saved me from those tourist prices. I also learned to avoid buying drinks. Water from my bottle was really enough. With a little courage and a big smile, eating on a budget actually became an adventure. I tasted new things, saved money, and met people from all walks of life. Sleeping was honestly the hardest part of my journey. Hotels were just way too expensive. So instead, I searched for free or really cheap places to rest. My first stop was Couchsurfing, a website where locals offer a free place to sleep. I sent a few messages, explained my story, and asked if anyone could host me. One kind woman replied. She offered her sofa for one night. We ended up talking about travel, life, and dreams. The next night, I used overnight transport. A cheap night bus let me travel while I slept, saving money on accommodation and getting me to a new place by morning. Public spaces helped too. I spent some time in libraries and community centers. They're safe, free, and honestly perfect for resting during the day. Some parks are open late, but you really have to be careful and stay safe. Always trust your instincts. Sleeping outside a hotel felt strange at first, but soon I realized how many safe, kind people there are in the world. When you travel with trust and respect, doors really do open. Halfway through my journey, I had a big realization. You do not need a lot of money to travel. What you need is good planning, a positive attitude, and yeah, a little courage. Every dollar I spent was carefully chosen. Every choice was a lesson. I learned to use local resources. I discovered free events, cheap transport, and ways to save on food. I became more open to talking to strangers and asking for help. Each day, I grew more confident that smart planning always beats a big budget. Sometimes I made mistakes. I spent too much on food one day and had to skip a meal the next. But those mistakes taught me to plan better. I learned to think ahead and to always have a backup plan. Traveling with less is possible if you plan well. Money helps, but good ideas and a friendly smile go even further. By the end of my 3 days, I felt proud and free. I had survived, learned, and made memories that would last forever. I realized adventure is not about money, but about being brave and trying new things. I saw more, did more, and felt more alive than ever. I met people I never would have met in a hotel. I tasted foods I never would have ordered in a fancy restaurant. I learned to solve problems, stay positive, and just keep moving forward. My small budget forced me to be creative and resourceful. Anyone can travel if they are willing to let go of comfort and try something new. The world is full of kind people, cheap meals, and hidden treasures. You do not need to be rich to see them. You just need to be curious and open. If you dream of travel, do not wait. Start with what you have, and honestly, the world will surprise you. So, would you try traveling for 3 days with just $20? I really believe you can. Start small. Plan your routes. Look for free or cheap places to stay. Eat where the locals eat. Use public transport and ride shares. Ask for help when you need it. Remember, travel is about exploring, learning, and connecting, not spending money. The most important tool is your mindset. Be open, be brave, and be smart. Every journey starts with a single step. Do not wait until you have lots of money saved. Start now with what you have. Use these tips and tricks. See how far you can go with just a little. You will be surprised at what you can do. Adventure is waiting for you. All you need is a plan, some courage, and the will to begin. Safe travels.